It's the Rumormill podcast with Scotty the Choad.
Alrighty, it's the Rumormill podcast. Back at you on the Choad. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. Feeling a little weird. I don't know if I ate something. I had some Rubio's Mexican. I don't know what happened, but I'm like a little dizzy.
Oh, okay.
Live.
Well, that's not good. I've always had good experiences with those guys. They're fish tacos. So we want to balance. We don't want to, make any accusations.
That's true. It could have been something I'd made at home.
Of course. Could have been the air. Could have been toxic fumes.
Someone's going to pay. I know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. As long as someone's going to pay, then you're going to be fine. So let's talk. Since the last time we've chatted, let's catch up on our hockey wagers. We took a week off or so. I got the spreadsheet pulled up. So right now on the season, we've got 21 wins and 19 losses, and we are up 1,899 cents. We're in the black, and then that's all that really matters. So yeah, maybe we'll look at some games tonight here. So what's been happening?
I think we gotta talk about that helmet bashing thing at least a little bit.
Oh, is that on the Browns?
Yeah, I know we might struggle to find humor in that, but there's got to be something there that's amusing, maybe.
Well, I just heard a bit of the hubbub. I didn't actually see it, but I guess I saw a clip. But so the guy on the Browns, they were playing the Steelers, their hated rival, of course. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the guy from the Browns actually ripped off the head of someone on the Steelers and bashed him over the back with it, or something like that.
Correct.
Okay. That's crossing the line.
Yeah, specifically, there was a sack, there was a tussle on the grass. The quarterback tried to pull the helmet off the defensive lineman, failed. Defensive lineman said, okay, two can play that game, successfully pulled the helmet off, and then walloped him across the head with it.
What do you mean across his head?
Like swung it like you were playing like that game at the like a whack-a-mole kind of thing.
Yeah.
But with a helmet instead of the hammer.
But I thought his head was still in the helmet.
No. Nope. Got the helmet off. Used the helmet, his own helmet, as a weapon against him.
Ah, okay. So he didn't actually decapitate him.
No, but...
Oh, okay. No, I must have got it. Okay. I thought that's what I had picked up on Twitter or something like that he had actually ripped his head off, his skull from his body. Okay, that's cool.
Oh. Yeah, he would have been looking at more than that 6-game suspension, I would think.
At least 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Malice at the Palace like 15 years ago with the Pistons and I forget who it was, but the Pistons and some other professional basketball team, they got in a fist fight that kind of escalated into the crowd, and everybody was treating it like it was the worst thing to ever happen. That's what this kind of reminded me of, that just the outrage that I saw. Like I said, I didn't even see the clip. I just, judging by the outrage factor, I thought that he had actually ripped his cranium from the rest of his body, and then for insult to injury, bashed it over his head or the rest of his body.
Yes, Malice at the Palace with the ironically named Omega World Peace as the main culprit.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah, the Blues game last night, they wore the throwback jerseys to the 90s. Do you remember those like notoriously real ugly red and blue jerseys the Blues used to wear for like 3 years?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, well.
I'll look it up.
Just bing them. Bing Blues 90s ugly jerseys. They'll come up. They're like notoriously some of the worst ever in the NHL, and they wore those last night. That was pretty fun. So, yeah, the Blues are actually looking pretty good. They're 14, 4, and 5 at the time of taping. Most points in the Western Conference. So that's something to be proud of early on. And they're dealing with a slew of injuries. Tarasenko's out for the year. Young player named Sammy Blais is out for 10 weeks. Yeah, they're just hanging in there. What else you been doing, though, besides watching sports and stuff? I know we talked about sports last time.
I can't find these ugly jerseys. I typed in Blues 90s ugly jerseys.
Nothing's coming up, huh? On Bing?
No, Google.
Oh, no, you got to go Bing.
All right, hold on. All right, back to Bing.
What do you think of that that Popeyes? Have you heard about that Popeyes chicken sandwich people are going crazy for?
It's funny you mentioned Popeyes and me mentioning feeling sick. I will not go to Popeyes anymore. I had like a couple food poisoning cases now. So what happened?
Oh, you haven't heard about this?
It won't surprise me. Whatever you say.
Oh no, they rolled out a chicken sandwich a couple months ago and like had a huge social media campaign behind it, and basically it's been like people taking this challenge, like a chicken challenge. If the Popeyes burger is better than the chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A. So like people are laying down the gauntlet, like which one's better, taste testing both. Families are warring with each other, father against son, mother against daughter, your team Popeyes or your team Chick-fil-A. But then last week, there was some riot, people trying to get the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and somebody shot another guy over the set. It was like a Black Friday kind of thing.
Wait, it was a challenge and they weren't pouring chicken wings about their face, neck, and chest?
No, these were people ordering who were in line to get the Popeyes chicken sandwiches, and just all heck broke loose, and a couple people got stabbed or something, and somebody got slapped with a chicken or something. I don't know, but this happened. I don't know. But then people were like saying, should Popeyes stop selling the chicken? And it's like, well, it's not their fault that people were that excited about it. In fact, it's probably what they had in mind all along. Okay.
Have you had both? I mean, Chick-fil-A is definitely better.
Well, you can't say that until you've tried Popeyes.
I did. Not only have I tried it, I've banned them from my mouth.
But this is a new product. It just came out. It's like a spicy chicken sandwich, and their ads say it's better than Chick-fil-A. No, I've just been going to the gym. Actually, watching TV, going to the gym. Trying to get in shape, but at least been trying to pop into the gym 3 times a week. I'm thinking about signing up for one of those Hot Slop Half Marathons, though. A lot of people on my Facebook feed have been doing that.
What's Hot Slop?
Oh, you haven't heard about that? It's like a half marathon, but while you run it, people are lined up and they throw cauldrons of like hot slop essentially on you. It's like one of those Tough Mudders, but it's hot.
I don't know the Mudder either.
You never heard of the Tough Mudder?
I've heard that term. I don't know what it means, honestly.
That's people, they get together and they race in the woods and they go through like mud and cold slop.
Oh, okay.
So this is the alternative, a Hot Slop Half Marathon. Either that, or I was thinking about an incapacitator.
Is that the one where the couples nearly break up their partnership as they make their way through the challenges?
It might be.
Is that the Mudder?
It could be.
Okay.
But see, what they're doing is they're like, you run through mud, and then they're saying Tough Mudder like Tough Mother. Like, that's one tough mother.
They're trying to find a loophole in the rating system.
Yeah. Well, they're just trying to be hip and cool. But that's cold, so I'm thinking about Hot Slop now that it's coming on winter. Hot Slop Half Marathon. And then, like I said, there's also this incapacitator out there that a lot of people have been doing, where you basically run until you become incapacitated.
Okay, so a marathon?
Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but instead of just going to the gym, these are just fun ways that you can get in shape and stuff like that. Are you excited for Black Friday?
Never participated.
Never.
No.
You've never even gone and gotten yourself a flat screen or, something small like a new garage door or something.
Mm-mm. No, I don't want to. I'm not going to wait. Because people camp out, like, overnight.
Yeah, you got to when they're
like
giving
Mutters. Like Mutters would, and I'm not. No.
Yeah, I've seen a few things. I'm not going to go do that, but if they're still around the next week, I might be interested. I mean, what is it? Circuit City's giving away, practically giving away with these smart socks. They're like, they tell you like your pulse and all that. They're kind of like one of those Fitbits, but they're smart socks, and you can like play podcasts and stuff like that through them. What?
That's something off the Bing too. I found the jerseys, by the way. I smart socks. Okay.
Invisible headphones. I'd love to have a pair, but I mean they're pricey. I mean, I think if you order through Service Merchandise, you might be able to get them for $100, but they're going like hotcakes. I'm not going to stand out in line for a pair of invisible headphones, but they'd be cool. They'd be cool at the gym.
How do you package them? How do you even know if you're getting the product you bought?
I don't
the package.
I don't have the slightest clue. But they're all the rage, I mean, you can't see if anyone's wearing them, but those are just a couple things that jumped out at me.
Let's hear from our sponsor then.
And now a word from today's sponsor.
Do you enjoy having lights on in your home at night? Or watching your television turn on? Do you love losing yourself in the seductive soft glow of a cell phone or laptop screen, especially one with a full battery? Well, all these wonderful things are thanks to the power of electricity. Unless you've been the unfortunate victim of a shock, you may not even be aware that there are electric currents flowing through your home. Rest assured, they are there. How does it work? Any modern gadget you own should come with a cord that has a plug on. This plug will typically feature 2 silver prongs, and all you have to do is stick these silver prongs into a wall socket of your choice, and your device will come to life. It's that easy. Electricity, powering your life. With Christmas right around the corner, remember, folks, there's no better present than one that comes with plugs.
Okay, thanks, electricity. Thanks for sticking with us. Not mentioning names, World Wide Web, but nice to see someone's in it for the long haul as a sponsor.
Man, I saw that there was a real cold snap a while ago.
Yeah, here in the States.
Yeah. No, it was, that was like serious midwinter temperatures in the first couple weeks in November. Somebody shared on my Facebook that, what was it? Oh, some kids, somewhere where it snowed a bunch, they made a little ball with snow, and they kept rolling it. And they made it into a larger ball, and then they stacked like 3 of the balls on top of each other. Then they dressed it up like a guy.
What do they call it?
No clue. Oh, and then another guy. Oh, this was on the news though. They had gotten really crazy. They were probably out drinking, if I'm being honest. They had hosed down a slip and slide, so it was ice, And then these guys, these big boys, were doing like belly flops onto it. But the one guy, it was like a Christmas Story type situation. He ended up with the whole sheet of ice stuck to his stomach.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so as you can imagine, that was a bit of a sticky situation. I think they ended up getting him to the hospital, but it was really tricky getting in the bringing in that frozen bar of ice. Essentially, is what the slip and slide became when it was frozen. Getting it through the hospital doors, but they said they chiseled them out just fine.
Wow. I love the slip and slides.
Yeah. Did you? Were you team slip and slide? You weren't a Crocodile Mile family?
Oh, I remember Crocodile Mile. You run, you slide, you hit the bump, and you take a dive. Like there's a little gator pit, like you would find when you're just jumping into a real gator enclosure in Florida, for example. And it had like little streamer things. Those were supposed to be like leaves.
I think, yeah.
Fly.
If you had to pick, you were slip and slide, so your team slip and slide.
Yeah, we do it. You go down. Well, it didn't last long. My mom came out. You go down the driveway. You launch your buddies right through traffic, trying to get them the other side of the street. It's residential, so it was low traffic, but that lasted an hour.
That's been a thing a while back about those slip and slides that there's been a lot of lawsuits, and it's from adults actually, because there's something about the weight, how it with heavier people, when they hit it, they can stop. They won't slide, and they can have really bad back injuries. And so they've had some seriously debilitating injuries and lawsuits, but it's mostly adults. Like kids, because they're lighter, they will just slide. So I don't know what Crocodile Mile, what hot water they got into, but yeah, we were definitely a slip and slide house. Crocodile Mile just seemed like a different, I don't know. I wouldn't have gone Crocodile Mile. It was too risky, I guess, with the Gators. Well, Crocs, I'm sorry. And then who would have known that years later they would have spun it into a successful line of shoes?
Yeah, you can see your feet while they're on, which is what you want to do when you have shoes on.
Yeah. So, crocodiles, they're pretty ingenuitive.
Yeah, just like a crocodile wears shoes. So, with these Astros, they were stealing baseball signs. Do you think they should have to give back their World Series? Did you see this?
No.
Yeah, they're using TV cameras to zoom in on the catcher who gives signs, and then they would signal someone in the dugout, I don't know, text or like, I don't know. I don't even know how they did it. I have to do more research, and then someone in the dugout would like beat on a drum like Slipknot, and that would alert the batter of what kind of pitch was coming.
I mean, I thought that stealing signs was kind of like what every team tried to do. Is it more just that they use kind of advanced technology and really went overboard with it that people are upset about? Okay. Because I think it is always one of those things where, if you're a base runner, you kind of will look and you'll try to start to put two together. But I guess if they're using cameras and people and drums, then that's maybe where it gets, that's a bit over the top. Yeah.
It's unwritten, not rule, but technique. My cousin was in town. He was a good baseball player, and he said, if you're on second and you see a sign, you think you figured it out, you signal to your fellow player, like you cough, you be like, fastball. You like cough and say the pitch. Or he said he would like lean to one way or put his hand on one of his knees. That meant something. I don't know. They worked it out in practice, but that's okay. But I guess the Astros they had a camera like in center field that would zoom in right on the catcher. Then that cameraman,
that's taking it a little too far.
Right, and then that guy signals to the dugout. Like they tell the bat boy, and bat boy, like I said, he would hit like a Gatorade jug or something. It's like 2 slip knots would be slow pitch. One.
They had the bat boy in on it.
Oh yeah.
And then they had the PA guy was just blaring on a loop, signs everywhere, signs.
Yeah, to distract them. Yeah. And they're trying to, like, they think because the bat boy's a juvenile, he'll avoid punishment because you know how we avoid punishment being a juvenile. That's why you can kill somebody when you're 17 and nobody cares.
Well, that might be debatable, but yeah, with bat boys, bat boys can get away with anything.
Yeah, same concept. They know juvie, it's called. You just go to juvie for.
Yeah. Oh no, you go to juvenile halls throughout America. It's nothing but bat boys. That's where, you're right. You bring up a good point because not many people talk about this. How teams and people just send out bat boys to do their dirty work.
Yeah, the jig is up now because.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, jeez, back when I was growing up, you'd show up at a mall on a Friday night out in the parking lot. You'd have kids getting beaten up with bats from bat boys, and you couldn't do anything about it.
Right. Don't even get me started on the ball boys. SOBs.
Yeah, they're just sitting over in those chairs, acting like they're just catching stray balls, but we all know what's happening down there. And we're not even going to talk about that. It's not fit for a podcast.
But imagine if we had one of our wagers, or one of our $6 wagers on the Dodgers that year, who they were playing. Who's gonna make up for that? We can't get that time.
You'd be hot.
Who's to say what we would have done with a $6 profit today with proper investment, with a long shot like Amazon.com?
At least you'd probably be up to like $850. Oh, hey, before we go, did want to mention there's an update on that on the pizza delivery place that the pizzas deliver themselves.
Yeah.
Apparently they had to stop it because once the pizzas got to their destination and became food and were eaten by the people, the cars were just being left on the curb. Everybody out there that was looking to get one of those pizzas to deliver itself to you, you're going to have to wait again until technology advances.
Okay. I guess that's going to do it, huh?
Yeah. We'll get back together soon for another episode, and, we'll try to do better next time. Take care.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks for checking out the Rumormill podcast. We'll see you next time.